Welcome. In front of me is the TCL 11 Plus NXTpaper, and today I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and its specifications. So let's just get straight into this. We do have at least one seal to cut through. There we go. Okay, that's an annoying design, so I need to cut to the other side too, because that's where they locked the charger and the cable. Okay, now when it comes onto the charger that we get provided, it's a 32 watts charger. Pretty nice. Then we get a cable. It's a Type-C to Type-C, both ends the same. Then we get the several different things here. Let's start off with a tablet. Yank that off. Oh, there's something. Okay, the serial number stickers. Let's peel that off. I've never seen an actual sticker like this that covers the entire screen. Anyway, below we have there's a stylus. Okay, I wasn't expecting that one. Okay. Let's see. Stylus seems pretty solid. We got a couple buttons. It has this crappy design where we charge it right here through the USB port that you can see right here. Just not the biggest fan of it, but it is what it is. It comes provided with the device as a freebie, so I'm not going to be complaining. Anyway, so these are used to pull out the tips, at least the metal clip is, and then you get a replaceable metal tip right here, or well, just a tip for the pen. And below that, we get absolutely crappy foil that just keeps on stretching and tearing. Cool. Okay, you know what? Just rip that shit apart. This is very rubbery texture. Not the... Personally don't like it. Ugh. The texture is just so weird. I don't like it. I don't know what it is about it, but in any case, so you can see this is the entire case right here. We do have kind of like a kickstand right here, so you can these metal bits. Now this is where I presume, yep, the pen locks in. So that's pretty nice. Now let's move over to the actual tablet. If I can find the power button, there we go. Huh, there's another button right here for something. So this is the NXTpaper, and if you have never encountered these, this is basically a matte surface glass right here. So it gives you this kind of, when you're using the pen, it gives you this kind of paper-like feel on it, and also for reading and stuff like that, it does give you this more of a book-like feel to it, as everything on here is matte. Now with the matte display, you do get a tiny bit of a downside here with just things looking a little bit more fuzzy than they do on a glass surface. So that is something that you might experience. Colors also might look a little bit more washed out compared to a non-matte surface. So those are the couple of things that you might be looking at, and just kind of, it might make you feel like this looks just a little bit worse compared to some other alternatives. Now, when it comes down to the specifications right here, let's start off with the display. So the display right here is a 11.5 inch display with a resolution of 1440 by 2200 pixels. And it is a LCD IPS, unfortunately. 120 Hz refresh rate, peak brightness of 550 nits, pixel density of 229 pixels per inch, covered with the NXTpaper technology glass. Now, I didn't know that matte surface is called a technology, but you know, whatever. They want to just glaze it up to their heart's content, that's fine. You can BS people, but yeah, I don't really buy it too much. Because you see, my Samsung S25 isn't called NXTpaper technology, and just to kind of give you an example, you can see it also has a matte surface. So yeah. Now the way I actually got it on my phone is just by buying tempered glass that is matte finish. Simple as that. I don't need to pay a premium for just matte glass. I can just take it out whenever I want to have a crystal clean display. So, and also when it scratches, I can also replace it. So it's just generally a benefit to do that yourself. Now when it comes onto tempered glass, they might not hold as well to a matte surface. So it's actually kind of a downgrade in general, I would say, when you have a matte surface display, as it's harder for it to be protected. The tempered glass will come off easier. It just holds less securely onto the display like this. So I think it's much better to just go for a normal display and then put a tempered glass for like 10 bucks on it and you're good to go. But that's just my approach to this. Now, if we move over to the specifications of this device, it comes with a 8000 mAh battery with a 33 watt charging, starting with 8 gigabytes of RAM up to 12, with 256 gigabytes of RAM for both option, and both option being eMMC 5.1 storage type. It's also being powered by a Helio G100, and well, that's about all the specifications that we need. Now if we move it to the back, we will have our camera setup. Just want to check what this is before. Single press, double press, and long press NXTpaper key. Okay, so I think I know what this is now. Yep, so it's the fake e-ink kind of display. So we can choose either the colored paper ink look, and I want to stress it's just a look, or we can go with the just straight up like black and white, the typical traditional paper ink. So there we go. Now on camera this doesn't look that great. Actually in person it just looks like a desaturated crappy icon pack, to be completely honest with you. Let's see, I'm gonna change to this one. Let's see how that one looks. Yeah, the amount of luminance coming from this display just completely doesn't sell that this is a e-ink display. It just looks like a, again, crappy icon pack without a wallpaper on. It just doesn't sell the paper ink display kind of vibe here. So anyway, let's just get rid of this. Let's go back to the normal one, which will look the best out of all of them. And at the back, like I was mentioning, we have our camera setup. So here we have just a single camera, and that camera is a 8 megapixel wide sensor, with the same 8 megapixel being at the front right here. So with the back cameras you can record videos up to 1080p at 30 frames, and the selfie at the front can do the same exact thing. So that's basically all the specifications. Now the last thing to mention would be the price tag for this device, and it comes at about 250 euros. Now to be completely honest, at 250 euros I think it's a okay price. It's got that 120 Hz refresh rate, so that's pretty nice. Now depending on what you're planning to do on this tablet, you might want to look at some other options. For instance, if you're planning to just binge watch Netflix on this, I would recommend looking at something that has an AMOLED or OLED display. This will make the content look much better compared to what we have right here. Number one, because it wouldn't have that matte finish, as that's kind of going to be a downgrade for you. Number two, the colors and the contrast ratios would look much better. So anyway, for creative work like drawing and stuff like that, this actually might be pretty decent considering we have that matte surface, but I don't know how accurate is this pen, to be completely honest. So if it sucks, again, might be looking at some other alternatives that offer a better tracking. So anyway, With that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.